Oh, speak, bitch. Come on now.
Mangria and Stick start the show. Start up the Zoom call. Caesar rolling in late like Master Michael's eyeball. Yeah, Caesar 316. Everybody got there. Sticks 316. TV time fair. Mangria 316. Time officially dead. Killing time while teeth fall out his head. Sticks agree fast. There's zero friction. Not yes mid sentence. Instant conviction. Stand up for Jordan Gray. Chest out. Boom. Till the room get quiet and the air turn cold. Big ups to Stallion Pete. Big ups. JC dropping in bombs all over Whitey. Big ups. Got as many views as Mangria got teeth. Sticks put Bretsky on a carton of vitamin D. Missing. Big ups to Stallion Pete. Big ups. JC dropping in bombs all over Whitey. Not me. Got as many views as Mangria got teeth. Zero less. Sticks put Bretsky on a carton of vitamin D. Missing. Sticks is off watching TNA. Stings under a hood catching Caesar strays. Mangria cooking up Marco fillets. Big ups to Stallion Pete. 10 views deep, 10 more views than all elite. Say it again. Hey. Big ups to Stallion Pete. Big ups. JC dropping in bombs all over Whitey. Not me. Got as many views as Mangria got teeth. Zero less. Sticks put Bretsky on a carton of vitamin D. Barrier. The tripod. 10 views. Sting and Marco. We coming for you, Nick!
Hey there, peoples. Welcome back to the tripod. That's right, Stixy Drip and yourself here kicking off the show because Caesar's fallen in the toilet and he can't get up. But of course, like all tripods, we start things off with a little prayer. Lord Father God, thank you for the blessing that is these electronics and internet and all that stuff that allow us to connect with friends across the country. We are blessed to have each other. We are blessed to talk nonsense on this show. And to all 4 people who watch and listen, thank you very much. Just wake up every morning and thank God that he woke you up. And just thank God for the blessings, your family, friends, loved ones, your job, your car, the gas in your car, the food in your fridge, all the little things we take for granted. Just give them thanks. In your holy name, we lift it up and give you all the praise. Amen, Lord. And Stixy Drip. Now, let us talk a little entertainment before Caesar gets here. I did just recently watch Mortal Kombat 2. It's good. It was shockingly good. It exceeded my expectations. I think all the previous iterations of cinematic garbage helped this one because all the other attempts of movies in Mortal Kombat universe was ridiculous and not good, horrible special effects. This one was fantastic. It did a lot of fan service for the video games we played growing up. They did a good job of recreating the stages, like the acid pit and the outworld levels of them fighting. Great special effects. The acting didn't really need to matter, but Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, another swing and a hit. It was a good one. I think he's in his 50s. He's over here trying to play a movie star, but
well, he plays, doesn't he play in The Boys? I think that's kind of what has kept him, like, his acting career somewhat, I don't know if you want to say afloat, but he's supposedly, from what I heard, he's done a really good job in that.
He is Butcher in The Boys, which is on its 5th season, and the series finale is coming up soon. The Boys series finale will be playing in theaters, just like the Stranger Things series finale, so it's going to be a big deal. But yeah, I guess coasting off the Butcher fame, Carl Urban now plays Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. This was a good movie. I don't know if you have watched all the other previous Mortal Kombat iterations, but what is your theory or opinion on the movies and the games of Mortal Kombat?
I watched the OG original one that was back in like the 90s, and I thought at the time, I thought it wasn't a bad one. I watched the first newer one, thought that was spectacular. Video games were always great. I always thought, like, when you do video game to movie, kind of stuff like that, especially during this time of age of technology, it's only going to get better. And like you said, it's always going to come down to the actors and the parts that they played. And I thought like with the newer first one, I thought they did a pretty good job. Um, I was waiting to see how Carl, like you said, Carl Urban was going to do as Johnny Cage, and from the trailers, I thought I saw he's done a pretty good job of that Carl Urban from the videos I've seen of him on The Boys. Thought he's done good. I think he played Judge Dredd in the newer version of Judge Dredd, the post Sylvester Stallone one, which I thought was good. I didn't mind the Sylvester Stallone one either. So I thought he did a good job on that. And I was and still am looking forward to seeing the second one.
So you're talking about the first Mortal Kombat movie that came out a couple years ago and the 90s one?
Yeah, those are the two I've seen. I haven't seen like the second one that was in like their mid to late 90s or even the
Don't
third one. Yeah, yeah.
don't
See,
do it.
I
Don't
knew
do
that.
it.
I had thought that.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation is by far one of the worst movies that has ever been made. Talk about not putting any thought into a movie, and the plot was terrible, the acting was terrible. I mean, for even for its time, one of the worst special effects looking movie. I mean, Langoliers did a better job in special effects than Mortal Kombat Annihilation, if you've seen that. But again, Mortal Kombat 2, go check it out if you have a chance. When it comes out on VOD sticks, jump on that. Were you able to watch the roast of Kevin Hart?
No, but I heard it was actually really, really good. I heard that there was a lot of people taking shrapnel in that.
It's your typical roast. It was 3 hours, which I think was way too long, but a lot of laughs. Again, trying to watch this coming out of a sickness, probably not the best idea. But yeah, it was pretty fucking funny. Another great roast. Uh, Kevin Hart. I mean, is he worthy of being roasted? What is his biggest claim to fame? Being in a bunch of movies? Couldn't a lot of people then be roasted if that's the only acquirement and requirement of being roasted is, well, he's been in 20 movies. I guess we can roast him. I mean, because like Charlie Sheen, he's a 80s icon. Rob Lowe, again, icon. We had what um Donald
They did,
Trump. Imagine if
yeah, they
Trump
did
got roasted now.
they did Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, yes. I think they chose Kevin Hart because you could write a ton of jokes about him because not only is he short, he's loud, he accepts any movie role, but he's got a lot of Hollywood friends, and that I guess could help out the diss that they had at the roast. I won't give any spoilers unless Caesar comes on here and starts talking about it, but it's worth watching. But again, it's 3 hours. It's kind of a task. There's some special guests. It's worth it. But that being said, right on cue, he's done wiping. He poured himself a drink. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now that part of the tripod where we, I guess, wait for a black man. But when he gets here, the tripod will ask a black man. Welcome to the tripod, Caesar. How you doing, my man? Do
Mhm.
all black people hum when they cook?
No.
No.
Who the fuck hums when they cook?
Apparently, black women, when they make soup and stew, hum because it adds, I guess, some cultural seasoning to and love to the
I
ingredients.
feel like somebody's seen that shit on a TV show and is just going with it because I swear that shit don't happen in real life.
Doesn't that happen in like Tyler Perry movies? Isn't there like they say it adds like
Whoa,
a certain little
Sticks,
bit of
come on, Sticks.
soulness to it?
That's a little far, Sticks.
Yeah, I don't think old black ladies hum when they cook.
Hold on, let's
I-
get the Ouija board out and ask Aunt Jemima. No,
yeah, pretty
yeah, I
much.
guess.
Now,
Oh,
women hum when they eat. I've seen that, but
why is that?
That's just hungry bitches who just be like a bitch because they hungry, and then you feed that heifer, and then they be like, just because they were hungry and not eating. And but see, that's only like thick, big booty Latina bitches. I've seen that shit. And these heifer nowadays because they don't know how to cook. So when they actually get to eat like a home cooked meal because they've been hungry all day because the bitch can't cook, and you just can't survive eating popcorn and wine, silly bitch, and hot Cheetos. You got to get some sustenance up in there.
So when I read this
The,
question,
the way the way Sticks is laughing, it feels like when his girl is super hangry and he gives her something to eat, she does a little dance and hums when she eats. The way he keeps looking back and forth and laughing.
No, I've got a cat that I'm kind of keeping an eye on to make
Uh,
sure nothing bad happens. But no, the food usually it's the food. It's not the food for the old lady. It's like household supplies. Like when I bring that stuff home, she's always like, thank you very much. And it's like,
see, see,
yes.
yep, see, something.
so these will be sprinkled in, just like Instagram questions throughout the tripod. I will be asking a black man throughout this episode. Caesar, I
Mhm.
am just getting over a sickness. So what better time to do a tripod episode where everything's funny when I can't laugh?
Yeah, fair enough.
That being said, I also told Sticks that this is going to be one of those, this will be one of the loosest tripod episodes we've ever done because none of us have taken notes. This is all off the top of the head, and that might be better. That might be better. Maybe less organized will be funnier.
Sure.
You be the judge for people who watch this
Yeah. I don't
because
ever take notes anymore.
I do have talking points though, so it's not
Okay, sure.
completely wild and out. I got some folks. The first point I want to talk about, since the last we have gathered, there have been a lot of WWE releases.
Hmm.
And in these releases, of course, post Mania, they like to break our hearts every now and then. Of course, we had Aleister Black, Zelina, the Motor City Machine Guns, but I think the biggest news to come out of these releases, I don't quite want to say they were released. Maybe they it was a mutual separation. The New Day has left the WWE, which is, in my opinion, a massive mistake. Not only because Kofi Kingston is a fucking homegrown WWE talent, he's a staple of WWE. His story was iconic, the way he became WWE champion, Kofi Mania, all that history and such. And then Xavier Woods, he's like one of the heads of the video game. He contributes so much to the social media and video game aspects of WWE. What an asset to lose Xavier Woods and Kofi, possibly one of the greatest tag teams of in WWE history. I feel this is a major blow, not only to the company of WWE, but to the locker room. Because you got to imagine they're well loved. Everyone loved them. They got along with everybody. They've been there for what 14 plus years. It's
Hmm.
crazy to imagine a world in which the New Day is not a part of WWE. I don't really include Big E because he's a correspondent now. He's not really an active wrestler. But gentlemen, your thoughts on these releases? Caesar, what are your thoughts on if you have more thoughts about other releases or just in general the New Day?
Um, yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a damn business. You're gonna have to call people up. You're gonna have to pay them more to deal with the more Raw and SmackDown schedule versus NXT. Because a lot of them just live in Florida, not that far away from the PC, rarely go on tour. So then getting called up to the show, you know, where they gotta do a lot of their booking and shit, get from town to town. Um, sure, TKO's being real business wise, but they're fucking idiots. As we know. Kofi and Xavier they make money, so I don't know why you would want to get rid of them. They were making content online, which was still funny, especially that last one with fucking Xavier with the smoking jacket, like right after WrestleMania. and fucking because Seth came out with a smoking jacket. That skit was pretty funny. But apparently it was a TKO thing because they're so tenured. Like they had so much money on their contract and it was so far out and they wanted them to restructure. Um, so they were like, no, nigga, I'll put my time in. You gonna pay me. So I get it. I get why they left.
Sticks, the entire Wyatt Six is gone, along with Kyrie Sane. Your thoughts on these
Oh, no, not
uh,
Cardi Sane. Not Cardi Sane.
mass releases and possibly Oscar? We still don't know. Even after Raw tonight, we have no answers.
Nah, she gone, player.
What are
She
your
gone.
thoughts on this?
Well, as a fan of MMA and what the UFC, I saw this when they had bought the UFC from the Fertitas, and when I had heard that there was uh interest from TKO with WWE, I was worried. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I saw what has happened and what is happening with the UFC, and it has started and will continue to go with WWE. A lot of rumors going around. Supposedly, I'd read that the big parent company Endeavor that owns TKO kind of kind of has a little bit of money issues, so they're trying to tighten up contracts with that. Um, I'd also read that they had approached uh, Xavier about signing a video game like deal, kind of like what they did with Tyler Breeze, to still show up, do the video games, but not get paid for like wrestling and stuff like that. Which if I was Xavier Woods, I would fully not do that. If this guy is gonna make as much money, if not more money, starting. I mean, it's gonna be rough, but starting up his own like video game channel and or another empire, because I mean it's hard to do what he's done with up down down and then have to redo it again. But I guess if there's any like bright side to it, he knows the road that he's got to travel again to do it, so maybe it doesn't take as long. um
I tell you what,
Plus,
if he gets the party back, if he gets them niggas back, it's a wrap because that channel
I
by
oh
itself was making
a
crazy
hundred
money.
percent. I think the big question mark on that would be Adam Cole's condition. Like I think a lot of that with what's been going on, because they branched out and did their own YouTube channel for a
Hmm.
while there, then it went silent. I just figured with all the health issues that Adam Cole had, like with the concussions and stuff like that, he might have had to been like, hey guys, I can't fully
No, no, he
commit.
streams on Twitch all the time.
That's well, yeah, and I've heard that. So it's just like the WWE put like a squash to being like, hey, you do an up, down, down. You can't do this side project. Well, now the reins are off. Like
Who's
this guy
missing?
No,
could.
no, I think it's because when Cesaro left and showed up in AEW, that's what they were like, uh-uh. So then they just kind of broke up, and then Adam Cole left.
Who's the whole group? Who's missing? It'll be Xavier, Adam
Yep,
Cole, Cesaro.
Tyler Breeze.
So Tyler Breeze is the only one missing?
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, if Xavier leaves, it's his channel. Tyler Breeze can probably break his contract for just being on Up, Down, Down. He doesn't like actually wrestle for the company anymore. He just shows up on the channel and does content with Breeze. I mean, he still got flatbacks, which people come through and use, and which him and Sean Spears train people at. So that's not.
Oh yeah, they can get Dakota Kai back. Dakota Kai and Shayna, they could join
Yep,
the party.
they can come back for left, right, left, right. Samoa Joe
Yep.
was also on left, right, left, right.
Technically AJ Styles, technically. I mean, he's not really.
He's working backstage, so I don't know how that would
Well, the
go.
thing of it is, if they sign with AEW, AEW kind of has like their own like AEW games thing,
Yeah.
and so I mean that would be a huge thing for them to get somebody like Xavier Woods. But like Xavier now, he can freelance. Like what we see with a lot of people when they get released, either like your news anchors and stuff like that, they go out on YouTube and they start doing their own thing, and then they say within like months to like a year, they're making more bank than what they were doing at their old job. So you got to imagine Xavier has the through working of up, down, down, the connections that he has with video game companies and just video game personalities. It could be months, and he could have like a top five like streaming YouTube channel, Twitch channel. Now he could go back to doing Twitch. Like he's got a thing. There was like before WWE stepped in, he had a thing going with Omega, who's a
Yeah, in
huge
the Bucks.
yeah in the Bucks. You've got that. Like this, Woods could make money
Yeah,
without
they were
having to really
they
step
played
into a
Street Fighter a
ring.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so he can still make money. Kofi, Kofi could sign like a part-time deal because I think he's been smart with his money. So he could show up and wrestle not full and not have to worry about getting like dumped on his head like numerous times and still make a good amount of money and still be able to be with his family. And he could show up, sign maybe a deal with Woods and stuff like that, and show up and do that. He's a big video gamer too. So there's a lot of avenues for this. And this is going to bite WWE in the ass because like up, down, down with Woods and all that stuff, like you said, with content, that was pushing. That's like more eyeballs. And if you're TKO and WWE, especially TKO, you should be able to look at these numbers for like streaming, and you want like your instant like your hits and all that stuff. You had a guy that was doing this for you on YouTube that was bringing in like another source of income, and you wanted to do something stupid like this. It's like
Mhm.
what are we doing? I mean, like when you for a company that's supposed to be looking at bottom lines and numbers, this is kind of really a stupid thing.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to ask a black man. Julius Caesar,
Yeah.
is climbing Everest really an accomplishment? Isn't it like just unnecessary exercise? I mean, who cares if you climb Everest? Is it really an accomplishment?
That's more like ask a white man. Fuck you asking me for? You know what I mean? Niggas has probably climbed Everest.
I actually have the number if you're curious.
Can I use one hand?
No.
Oh shit, it's double digits?
Since they started keeping track, as
Is it over 50?
no, 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 no,
Yeah, okay,
no,
okay.
no,
Yeah, that's
not
right.
even close.
That's right. Yeah.
As of 2022,
Hmm.
17 brothers have climbed Mount Everest.
How many
That's
light
why
skinned?
I'm asking because black people, you ask them, you want to climb Mount Everest? They be like,
Yeah, well,
Everest, get
see,
the fuck out of here.
yeah, that's definitely not some Negro shit. Okay, here's how I'm gonna break it down. For white people, yeah, for some reason, it's an accomplishment. Okay. For black people, fuck no. But I guess anything that is death defying that you can survive technically is an accomplishment. Is it gonna help you in the black community? Not a goddamn chance. Why you out there fucking around in the cold? You know black people don't like the cold. We ain't even from the cold. Nigga, all of Africa is hot. And y'all stole us over there to come to these fucked up states over here where y'all niggas get tornado and snowstorms and windy ass Chicago, where niggas get shot every day, B. Um, so yeah, to white people, sure. To the Negroes, no. I don't know why them dumb niggas climbed at 17 niggas. Them niggas lost their black card. They are excommunicated. Them niggas probably, eat vegan food and tofu and shit on the regular. And they probably 16 of them are light skinned. And the one darky who had to go, somebody's slave. I don't know how they still had one whenever
He
that
was a
nigga
Sherpa.
climbed. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
well,
okay.
that or they lied to him and they said there was like something that he really wanted at the top of the mountain, and he
Mm-hmm.
made up there. He's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, ain't shit up there, nigga. Not even air. Okay, what the fuck? What the fuck is the point? Fuck is the point? Nigga probably thought it was like the gateway to heaven, like he was on LSD, like he was gonna walk them meme heavenly gates up there and talk to Harambe or some shit. I don't know what the fuck nigga was on. Okay, but no, 17 dumbass niggas.
That's as of 2022. So maybe three more have climbed since then.
So maybe three more have climbed, but I just know there's a group of niggas who don't even equal the number for a motherfucker to buy cigarettes that have tried to climb that dumbass mountain. How many white people tried to jump that? There's probably 85 million, and there's probably 84 million up there, and you got to
As
climb
we
over them
speak,
niggas.
they're doing it right now.
Yeah, there's some crackers climbing up there. Darby didn't get to the top, did he? Did
All
he
I
just
know
get
is the
kind of up
Planet
there?
Flag. That's all I know.
Yeah, I know he got kind of up there, but yeah, that dumb nigga was like, I'm not about to die when I'm earning all this money just to be white. So, I mean, come on. At some point, he was up there cold and he was like, I could be in the back walking around and seeing like half naked women getting greased up to go wrestle each other and getting paid millions of dollars to skate around and be white and do white people shit in the ring. Now I'm up here and now my dick is half a centimeter long right now because it's so fucking cold that I can literally feel my balls, you know what I'm saying, in my small intestines. And I ain't showered in like 12 weeks. And I'm up here with a bunch of dudes. He's like, nigga, this is white and gay. This is some stupid shit. And then he left. He was like, I could just be looking at Statlander's butt. And then so he left. I know that's what happened. I know that's what happened.
Smooth transition into some AEW junk. I mean, I loosely been watching, not really paying much attention. I mean, we had Dynasty, I believe. Did that it happened already, I guess.
Double or Nothing's coming up.
Yeah, I had a question. So we've seen MJF
Mm-hmm.
and just recently Darby Allin,
Mm-hmm.
two of the four pillars of
Yep.
AEW have become champion. In
Mm-hmm.
y'all's
This
opinion,
year.
I'll start with Sticks. Which is the next pillar to become champion? Sammy Guevara
Nope.
or
Yeah, it's a
Jungle
jungle
Jack?
nigga. Yeah,
Jungle Jack.
jungle nigga.
Who's gonna be the next champion
Jungle nigga.
within
Well, I
the
mean,
next 5 years?
Go jungle nigga. Sammy ain't never winning that title. They lost all kinds of faith in Sammy.
Sammy's been excommunicado to Ring of Honor, so I mean, he's tagging with old fucking no knees gold dust.
Yeah.
And he turned on him. So I mean, now he's like what? I think he's maybe with freaking Roosh and them, but I mean, I don't know. I mean,
This nigga, I don't know how he buried himself, but yeah, he gone.
Yeah.
It's jungle nigga. That nigga had his own raggedy ass car, drives him around. You know, he was heel with the EVP Bucks.
fuck,
Now he's face again.
he's doing Twitch streams with fucking Anna J now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that though. Ain't nothing
I
wrong
mean,
with that.
no, he's winning in life. Like if you told me that this guy retired
Mm-hmm.
and just
Yep.
left, he's winning in life because he goes home to Anna J. I mean,
Getting that butt on
that's
consistent.
nothing a championship can bring. Like that's a
Mm-mm.
championship in itself.
Yeah, boy.
So I agree. Jungle Jack will become the next champion within the next 5 years because the only thing I can think of with Sammy is maybe being a dad is taking up more of his time. Maybe plowing Tay Mello is taking up more of his time.
Mm-hmm.
But again, another guy winning at life, he gets to plow Tay Mello and he's a dad. He barely works. I mean, how could you ask for a better fucking life than that? So the pillars are winning at life, but not so much in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Jericho said fuck you to WWE. He didn't want to go on a retirement tour.
Nope.
So he remains in AEW. Does anyone give a fuck?
Nope. Not even Ricochet.
No one gives a fuck. I guess maybe his ego prevented him from doing it because it would have been kind of cool to see him in WWE go on a retirement tour. He could have elevated some young talent, unlike what he's doing now. But yeah, really, just go play with your fucking band and disappear. Just go away for a while. Go away for like 5, 6 years, then come back so people could care about you because you're not moving the needle, not only in ATW, but in any kind of pop culture, any even Terrifier, he wasn't that great. But I digress. If you all have anything else about ATW you want to talk about, bring it up now because
I
I'm
guess
ready
he
to.
is having a WWE tour because he's fighting Ricochet and Anarchy in the arena, and the Hurt niggas came out to back up Jericho. So he is gonna have a match with a lot of ex WWE talent.
Hmm.
It's gonna be his tour. Uh, Juice Robinson and old John Moxley had a pretty good match on Dynatrash. I wasn't mad at it. That weird Will Ospreay uh what do we call those things? Promos? I don't know what the fuck that was. These niggas just in a dirty ass hallway just working out. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know like how you gonna say filmed earlier in a dirty ass hallway? Got that nigga lifting Wheeler Yuta with his neck. I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are you guys talking about? Why is this nigga lifting this nigga with his neck? And then even that match he had with John Moxley dropped that nigga on his neck like 5 times. Like this nigga got an injured neck, and you gonna drop this nigga on his neck on the stairs? Oh yeah, and don't think I forgot ATW. Don't think I forgot when Ted Turner died. Don't you think I forgot who you bought back? The motherfucking evil ass vampire ass country nigga Stang. Don't you think I don't watch your fucking product. I don't watch your fucking product. But don't think I didn't see that nigga as the first thing you opened when you put on that fuck shit show on Wednesday. You think I didn't see that vampire? You think I didn't smell the fuckery? Something told me. Something told me to turn on AEW that day. I could have had the PlayStation on, playing my games, drinking some burr. You know what I'm saying? Getting on Apple TV and watching Ted Lasso for the 18th fucking time. You know what I'm saying? But something was like, there's some fuckery. Some I could taste it. Some fuckery in there. And I said, let me turn on this ATW. Shouldn't they be having a pay per view soon? Man, I steal the pay per view still. Okay, I don't watch the show because they ain't telling no fucking story anyway, so it don't matter. I can just watch the pay per view. They gonna air it because the shit's on for 8 hours that fucking day. They're gonna air the whole build up for every goddamn match. I kind of respect that though. I mean, if it was a good build up, I would respect it. I would respect it more. But I respect that I ain't gotta watch the show. I can just watch pay per view. Uh, and there he was. There he was. What the fuck? What the fuck? Dirty ass Ted Turner. I don't give a fuck about dirty ass Ted Turner. Nigga, hell, I had to watch the shit on HBO Max because I didn't watch it live. So I had to watch the replay on HBO Max. What the fuck HBO Max got to do with TNT? I don't give a fuck about TNT. I don't give a fuck about TNT Championship. And you going to have that old bitch out there. Huh? When we go to the next wrestling funeral, when Buffy the Vampire Slayer gonna stab that nigga in the hole where his heart used to be, and we can bury his bitch ass. Okay, we can get the fuck on. Nigga outliving everybody like Flair, just living on hate. Piece of shit.
Other than that, Caesar has no opinions on Ted Turner and the WCW. Sticks, any AEW notable thoughts, notes, anything?
Caesar reminded me of a point that I was gonna try to bring back. Have you guys did you guys ever watch like the movie the interview with vampire movie that had like Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise?
Yeah, and that young bitch.
Yeah, Kristen Dunst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Fucking
seen it.
Darby is the little kid that I think Tom Cruise turned into a vampire. Because after Darby had his match against Kevin Knight, which was great. I mean, for one, they're pushing Kevin Knight. Great job. Kevin Knight is a great wrestler. His match that he had of Darby on Wednesday was good. And
Oh
then,
yeah, that was the main event, right?
yeah, and
Yeah, that
then
shit was
after,
actually it was actually pretty good. That shit was pretty
yeah,
good.
and then after Darby won, his fucking vampire fucking handler ass Sting came down the ramp. And that's when I was like, I gotta remember to bring this up because I was like, this guy is that guy. Because he did the Scorpion Deathlock, he does the Death Drop. So he's like, this guy's training in the fucking vampire fucking dojo, popping out of coffins in the middle of the night. They're doing the training, and then Sting's backstage there in his fucking darkened ass room, fucking in his coffin with his goddamn TV screen and that built in that coffin. Because he's got that fucking thing. That's one of the demands that he's told Tony Skeets was like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get that. I gotta get my little TV in here so I can keep my eye on my boy. I'm a vampire fucking boy. And so he came out, and I mean, there was a good match. Everything was going good. So that fucking old fucker came down. And I was just like, fucking Jesus, come on. What are we doing here? He had a great match. I mean, I didn't get a chance to see it, but imagine they drug Kevin Knight's broken ass back to the back so that way they could drain some blood for him. That way they could stay alive for another 5 to 10 centuries.
To ask a black man. Sticks, the
You,
floor is yours.
you asked like I just had one question. I have a list. I did. Hey, you told me come up with a question. I went ahead. So my first question for Mr. Caesar is Mr. Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think when you see a Caucasian man with dreadlocks and the every once in a while unicorn of one that has an afro?
Oh, that nigga high. That nigga high. He smoked weed one time in high school. He still listens to De La Soul. He smokes about a pound a week, like he's Snoop Dogg. Um, yeah, and he only wants to date black women, but they won't give him the time of day because that is the purest definition of a wigger. Hmm.
Does that make
Yeah,
you mad? Is it because it's something that the white person has stolen from the black community and the black culture?
nah, it don't make me mad. Sometimes I wonder how he got his hair in an afro. Because if he's not Jewish, I don't see that happening. For the caucasity movement. Like I'm just like, nigga, what products did you put in your hair? I understand the dreadlocks because any hair can get nappy and greasy, and then you could just tie that shit up. But when them crackers be having a fro, I just be like, hey, man, I wonder what kind of Jewish that nigga is. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I usually try to find some spare change and throw a bunch of pennies around him to see if his Jew brain can still calculate that I threw 18 cent on the ground. Um, or is he or his brain so fried he's been wigified, like fully. And then if I see that cracker driving an Ultima, no, he's racist. I'm gonna call the cops on him.
Wigified sounds like a Weird Al version of Disturbed Stupefied.
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is.
Alrighty. So you brought up a good point that got my brain turning about backlash. So let's
Mm.
just throw a little nuggets of wisdom about backlash.
It was a good show.
Um,
It was a good show.
it was actually good. When it was all said and done, I was like, was this better than WrestleMania? Like
Yep.
this made more sense than
Yep.
WrestleMania,
Yep.
except except not
Danhausen.
not my cup of tea.
Danhausen.
I like Danhausen. It's because of you, Caesar, with the punishments of the tripod of the past. I went from tolerating to liking Danhausen, but what they're doing with these fucking midgets. This is the type of shit that happens when you tell your non-wrestling friend, give it a chance. Just give
Yeah, yeah.
WWE a chance. Just watch it. All right, I'll
Mhm.
watch it. And then you see fucking Danhausen with these midgets come out beating up Kit Wilson and Miz. That was the bathroom break, the new
Yeah,
bathroom
yeah. I,
break.
I didn't even watch it.
Don't bother. I mean,
I fast forward over
no offense, Sheriff, but it's just it's
it.
I
Can
don't I
I
don't want it. I
can,
don't want it.
can I
I don't
tell
want it.
y'all somebody put it on at work and sorry, so we got time because we're just shooting the shit here. This is going off the rails. All right, so I follow this guy on Instagram and TikTok. He's a black guy and he's a big sneakerhead. So he talks about man, Gray, I have to send you some of his TikToks. They're funny as shit. So lately he's been talking about wrestlers who wear like really expensive like Nikes and Jordans in
Mhm.
the ring all the time. And he likes to call them, you can't, he calls them serial creasers because he's like, you can't get the crease out of those once you wrestle in them. So like the Bucks are on his list, Kenny Omega, Roman's always wearing J's. Apparently, Carmella wrestled in nothing but J's. He had Carmella on the list, Liv Morgan's on the list, Mia Yim's on the list,
What about
Kofi.
Jay Uso? No?
No, he hasn't. Oh no, the Usos are on the list. The Usos are on the list as a tag team. And so I have a friend who used to work at a Nike store, so he's a big sneakerhead as well. And I've been showing him the clips, and he was like, Hold on." He's like, "Who's that guy?" I was like, "Oh, that's Kenny Omega." He goes, "This motherfucker's running to the ring in Red Octobers," and I'm like, "Yeah, he ran to the ring in some Kanye Red Octobers." He goes, "You know that's $20,000 a pair." I said, "Oh, you want to see some fuckery?"
What?
I said, "You want to see some fuckery?" I said, "These guys are called the Young Bucks." And he looks and he goes, I go, "Look at this match where he had a J and put a bomb on it and kicked the nigga in the face." Right? He goes, "Oh, look, here they're taking pictures where they're on their knees. So when you're on your knee, your toes go like that, right? Guess what pairs of shoes they had on in that picture? The motherfucking Michael Jordan Christian Dior's. Remember he kind of lost them on the being the elite? Yeah, those shoes are like 15, 20 grand. And they wrestled with them in a pay-per-view match. Yeah, like some of these Jordan, like the new shoe, the shoes Roman wrestled in against Jacob and WrestleMania are Michael Jordan 12s. They're Air Jordan 12s, and they're called the Bloodlines. Yeah. These shoes haven't even hit the streets yet. Oh, go ahead.
I have an impromptu ask a black man.
Yeah.
Julius Caesar,
Hmm.
how come it's bad to put creases in your shoes?
It's like getting old in life. You'll see wrinkles in their face. That's why
That
bitches.
badly damaged if you put one crease
Yeah, like if no, when they wrestle in them, you'll literally see the lines where they bent the heel.
and it stays like that?
No, the toe parts. Yeah, you can't get it out. They actually make things you can slip above your foot.
I'm a lifelong Walmart shoe purchaser, so I have
Certified.
no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. You cannot get a crease out of a Jordan
Okay.
once it's creased.
Damn.
Like even them niggas playing ball in them, they're running, but like Jordan is Jordan. He's getting the shoes for free. Who gives a fuck, right? But and some of them aren't even like really good basketball shoes. They just look cool, and most people treat them as art. So like you have them, and maybe you don't wear them, or you just wear them like once, but you clean them, you put them back in the box, or you put them in a case.
You bought
Um,
some. Didn't in the last tripod you said you had bought some Jordans, didn't you?
no, I was thinking about them, but every
Oh,
time I go to buy them, I'm like, I'm not buying $400 pairs of shoes. You know how much liquor I can get for that?
no.
Yeah. So like even on Nike, bro, they're like 350, $400. I've owned Jordans in the past. But then there's like Nikes and there's like they do collabs with like rappers and actors. It's shoe game is a whole different monster. But it was funny how like he's getting traction on these posts. So like wrestlers have been like commenting on him. So like the Mia Yim one was funny because he went over like all her accomplishments like through TNA, through ROH, like all this like Stardom, all this other stuff. And he was like, this bitch in some Jordan 5 Oreos. He's like, you know how much these are worth? This bitch is crazy. And then like in like one of the things, Mia Yim's like, yo, my bad dog. I had to handle some business. Like, so it's funny as shit. Like Carmella commented because he's like, you need to go to jail for 25 years and get the electric chairs if they're really expensive shoes. And Carmella's like, can I get conjugal visits with Corey Graves on the weekend? And like she commented. And so he was going through all her shoes. And I was like, God damn, that bitch did have Jordans like on everything. And he goes, and not only did she wrestle in it, and she goes, even when she didn't wrestle, he's like, she would moonwalk across the fucking stage and crease these shits up.
Well, the 7-second dance breaks, remember that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she would just be out there. Well, if she wasn't in heels, she'd be out there just mad Jordans moonwalking every night, just like. And I think Roman is a Jordan athlete, so he gets all his shoes for free. Because it's all started when CM Trash and Roman were fighting for Mania. He was like, "Who won this promo?" He goes, "I ain't talking about the promo. I don't give a goddamn about that. I'm gonna watch the match." But he would like focus on what shoes they were wearing. And Roman had like hard to get or like dead stock means you can't get them no more. Like they're just done. And Roman had like all these crazy dead stock Jordans that are like expensive. Like if you were to go resell them, are like super expensive. And then CM Punk had on like these crazy like out of bounds pricey shoes. So he was like, yeah, the tribal chief got this one. These is way better shoes than what CM Trash had on. And so it's funny, like I keep watching this shit. And Kofi admitted that some of the shoes he wore in the ring, he just wanted to wear it to have an outfit to be fly. He goes, he didn't even give a fuck that they were expensive. Or like some of the shoes are like custom. Like I think Kofi has 3 pairs of shoes that are one of ones that he wore just for matches in the ring. So he put Kofi in the insane asylum. He's like, nigga, can't nobody buy these, and you just said for the fuck of it, like I just want these to wrestle in. I don't even care if they're comfortable. Yeah, he goes this, and he was talking about Finn Balor has custom Air Force Ones with like his logo, Judgment Day colors, regular colors. He wrestles in every night, different shoes every night. He has custom from Nike, and he's like, this nigga jumping 8 feet for a coup de grace off the turnbuckle,
Well, there's
slamming
this
bitches.
guy. There's this guy that like he gets the shoes and then he like designs them. I think it's like was it mache or
Yeah,
meche or something like
yeah,
that? Because I've seen pictures of him with Finn, with like Liv and all that stuff, and that's just another different thing that's
yeah.
freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, it's just crazy how like it's like they're just spending like crazy money on shoes and shit, and then just like he's like, yeah, this is in a fucking cage. So these shoes are scuffed, fucked, creased. And so I'll just send you some of this shit. It's funny as hell.
You know what? I learned something new every tripod. I had no
Every
idea
tripod.
there was this whole world of fucking
Yeah, what
custom
if
Jordan
you can
dead
imagine,
stock. Fucking, I
like,
had
yeah,
creased.
like Liv Morgan is probably wrestling or walking out in at least $500 pairs of shoes every night, every Monday.
Oh my
Well,
God.
like the complex,
She's trouble.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
complex YouTube channel. Well,
Yeah.
dude, shopping with a WWE superstar or
And then motherfuckers
superstars,
go drop like
that's
three,
awesome in
4 grand.
itself.
Yeah. Liv Morgan's was probably the most expensive. I think she bought like 6 or 7 pairs of shoes.
Her, yeah, because they had her and Dom doing one. I think they did
Hmm.
like they've done like CM Punk, Triple
Yeah.
H, Rhea Ripley, all of them stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. CM Punk bought a fuck ton of shoes as well. It's fucking crazy.
So my other note for Backlash, I
Hmm.
wanted to get your guys' opinion. Better finishing maneuver. Sticks,
Yeah.
I'll ask you. Tongan death grip, mandible claw.
Hmm.
I go Tongan. I think there's a lot of history with the Tongan death grip.
So according to Corey Graves and Michael Cole, the Tongan death grip is when you grab the Adam's apple and you squeeze it to where the other person can't breathe and they pass out. The mandible claw is when you take your two fingers, put them under the
Hmm.
nerves of the tongue, and then you
Hmm.
press up underneath the jaw and clasp it so you can't move.
Right.
But what looks better, Caesar, aesthetically, another Ask a Black Man, if you
Yeah,
will,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
aesthetically pleasing to the eye, Tongan death grip or
Mandible
mandible claw?
claw. So you have to think of it in one of two ways. All right. You have to think of it in reality. Nobody wants Mick Foley's nasty ass hands in their mouth. So
Poor wife.
that, yeah, yeah, poor wife. So tongue and death grip would win there. Now, wrestling people are nerds, and I know there's Star Trek niggas that
Oh, the
watch.
Vulcan death grip.
Yeah, because think about it. Think about it. Only Samoan niggas use the tongue and death grip, so
Mm.
that is like a race of people that have their own death grip. Uh, hey, who are not Caucasity. They are melanated, like your boy Leonard Nimoy. Yo, big ups, big ups, Leonard Nimoy, Spot. Uh, so that shit wins there. So by a 2-0 vote on cleanliness, which is next to godliness, and nerdiness, which is the new hotness, tongue and death grip wins. That was a Caesar. That was a Caesar nigga offs, not crumb offs, nigga offs. Right here on the tripod.
And now it's time to ask a black man.
He got his homework.
Caesar, what superhero that is white do you wish was a black man?
Easy. It's already happened. It's Spider-Man. Bum.
Oh,
Done.
Miles.
Yeah. Peter Parker is the blackest white man on the planet. Okay. No. Hear me out now. Hear me out now. His parents are gone at an early age, so he had to live with his aunt and uncle. Then his uncle got in them streets. Damn, crazy. He talk a lot of shit. He don't do nothing but talk shit. Right? Be whooping regular niggas ass all day, which makes him late for school, late in life. That's black people, just late as shit everywhere they need to go. Can't hold a job really. I mean, he has a side hustle of taking pictures of himself and selling it for money to pay the rent. That's black people shit right there. This nigga got a side hustle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got mad hoes. He got mad hoes. He be fucking everything. But his main hoe is a ginger, which is an anagram for nigga. Actually, it's an anagram for nigger. If you spin all the letters around, you can spell ginger and you can spell with the hard R. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And redheads like niggas. I mean, I'm just saying. I didn't write the rules. I only tell them to y'all and I enforce them.
What's the name of the love interest?
Mary Jane, weed. Exactly. See, weed. That's
And
some
she's
nigga
a
shit.
ginger.
Yeah. And he from New York. You know what I'm saying? He would drink Henny. I know he would drink Henny. His rawest form is when he's wearing all black, murdered out, venom suit, ready to kill niggas on sight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Plus, he's got like the nigga rage inside of him, which is why he has to hold back when he's fighting his enemies. Now, see, y'all probably don't read Spider-Man like that, but when Doc Ock took over his body and punched a nigga, he punched a nigga's jaw clean off. He was like, oh shit. He's like, hold on. This nigga this strong the whole time with this rage? He could have killed me anytime he felt like it, but he didn't. He was like, this Pete a real nigga. He didn't want to kill me. He a real
Plus, he
asshole.
wasn't raised by his mom and dad. I don't know if you already
That's what I'm
mentioned that.
saying.
Oh,
His parents died. Parents died young, bro. He out here in these streets, just out here all types of night in New York, swinging around, saving the city. The police ain't doing shit because they don't do shit. He got to save them too. And what happens and why? And why? Because his boss is a fuck nigga and always want to try to get him arrested and say he fucking up the streets when all he trying to do is save the streets. So you got half the law after him. That's some nigga shit right there. That's some nigga shit. They don't understand him, but he out here saving the people, fighting these crackheads. See, only real niggas fight crackheads. You know what I'm saying? All his villains are like halfway crackheads. Batman's villains are meth heads and hallucinogens. Spider-Man's villains are just crackhead. Like one good sandwich. You know what I'm saying? There was even an episode where this nigga had the flu and he showed up for a bank robbery. He didn't talk. He didn't say nothing. He was just staring at these niggas. And they were like, hey dog, why he ain't saying nothing? Like, that's Spider-Man. He's sticking to the wall. He was just staring at him like this. And they were like, nah, man, we ain't fucking around today. This nigga ain't talking. We ain't fucking around. Call the law. Next panel, you just see the cops throwing these niggas in the paddy wagon. And the cop was like, thanks, Spider-Man. And he was like, you're welcome. Got a cold, can't talk. That's how cold this nigga is. They was like, yo, he ain't talking shit. I'm not fucking around with the nigga that don't talk shit today. He's serious. He got to go get some butt. He might kill me today. He was like, money ain't worth it, player. Hey, I'm going to fix the dough on my way out, Spidey. That's my bad. Hey, man, just call the law. Just go call the law. I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here. I'm fixing the dough. I blew it off. I'm going to fix it. You know what I'm saying? That was the closest white black superhero you ever got. That was that nigga. He would take shit out the trash and make it work, nigga. He'd side hustle for life. Okay? That's that nigga right there. And then they made Miles Morales because they was like, damn, this white boy is too niggerish. We actually got to make a nigga. Like, that's the evolution we can get. We got to make a nigga and put him in his own world with other crazy niggas. And then eventually we just going to bring this nigga in with Pete and they going to fuck around together and then be extra gangster. That's how it had to be, man. That's how it had to be. This nigga too cold, man. He too cold.
Sticks, I do appreciate these questions.
Yeah. And he always
Well,
he always broke. He living check to check. That's some nigger and shit. But he can't get, unemployment or government assistance. They're gonna be like, you from a white family and he from Brooklyn. That's nigga. Come on now.
well, let's dive into some TNA stuff. I got some stuff here. Li Ying Lee is the Knockouts champion. She
Yep.
defeated Ariana Grace. EC3 has returned to zero fanfare. You can
Yep.
drop a pin in the audience when he comes out, but he lost to EY in a no DQ match. Allie has returned. She was resurrected. She's been hanging out with Rosemary.
Yep.
The System are once again tag champs.
Yep. What the fuck?
It's TNA. They're not doing great in ratings, but Sticks is our resident TNA expert. What is your opinion of the current state of total nonstop action?
Well, I'm happy that they got somewhat of a mainstream TV channel with AMC. So I mean, that's kind of winning. But all in all, I mean, they're treading water. I mean, I like what they're doing with Moose. I mean, Moose out here picking off system members one by one. Him and Leon Slater had a great tag match
Well,
on last week. Great. Leon Slater, I think the match next week, 2 out of 3 falls to Cedric Alexander.
for the title.
That could be fire. I mean, that if we get literal prime Cedric Alexander, him and Leon Slater could put on a banger of a match that could win like match of the year for TNA when they do their year-end review. I mean, that could be a great match. Otherwise, I mean, just treading water, the heavyweight title picture. I mean, Santana's doing a good job. I don't like that they brought in what's her face, that Sonya Deville,
Yeah,
Daria
yeah.
Ray or whatever. I don't
Mhm.
I don't like that. I mean, I see why they're doing it. They want to do like an antagonist, a Santino. I thought
I
Santino
think
was
just
doing
because Santino's had such a good run, they want to switch it up to have like a heel boss again.
what I mean, yeah, I can understand that. But I mean, I think right now we're just kind of treading water. They got some bright spots, but I mean, I guess you kind of say maybe it's typical TNA. I mean, when they hit it out of the park, they do, but when they swing and miss, it's huge swing and misses.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again to ask a black man.
Cesar, we have heard about the myths of Brother Quarter
Mhm.
and Jake's mom. So my
Yeah.
question with that is this: is Jake's mom a human fleshlight for the black community?
Yeah, apparently from what Brother Quarta told me, she is, a rather how do I put this sensitively to not offend Jacob, our dear friend of not listening to the tripod because he can't listen to shit in the background. She a fat white woman with some money, and you know, real hood niggas just love that shit. They can't let it go. She probably has a good 401k, some taxes. They get them taxes back. Her and Jake's dad. So niggas be on trying to get that PS5 money. You know, and man, real brother Quarter, he from overseas anyway, man. And he been out here. That nigga don't. He been paying cash for like 15 years, man. I mean, they barely take that shit because his credit's so bad. So once you go white, that credit gets right. So and the brothers do be liking the fat white ones. Little MILF action. He's never really gotten over that. He told me he's been fucking bitches over 48 since he was 18. And that nigga is now like at least 63. So, he just, he keeps it real, bro. Um, yeah, that's just where he is, man. That's just how he is, man. He from the streets. He flew over, met blokes, got stuck over there in jolly old England for a while. Horrible food, apparently, and shit. It's always like, drowsy over there, but it's where he found his love for, fat white women. Every time it rains, he gets a heart on. So that's what he told me. But
And
yeah,
I have a follow up too. When
hmm
young black men are on their way to being men,
yeah, yeah.
is she the one that brings them into the full manhood? Like, is she the quote unquote possible virgin sacrifice? I mean, I don't know if you want to do that.
I mean, she might be, man. I heard she can take a pipe, bro. I heard she's got, wide set vagina and it's real deep. And she definitely a throat goat. She sticks the whole toothbrush in her mouth. I heard when she brushes her teeth in the morning. Cause you gotta get them back spots, man. She ain't got no gag reflex. Um, yeah, said the bitch could eat a Subway sandwich like in Coneheads. You ever see that movie, Coneheads with Dan Aykroyd, where the bitch ate the Subway sandwich in like 2 seconds, and Chris Farley was about to nut in his chair. R.I.P. Chris Farley. Goddamn. Uh, two R.I.P. legends in one show. That's crazy. Um, Apparently, man, you know what I'm saying. Apparently the phrase "she sucks a mean dick" was started with Jake's mama at a concert back when she was like 16. And that's the rumor. That's the rumor. I
That's
wasn't
the
there.
origin of that saying. That's the
The,
origin.
the origin of that saying
I
was
didn't
Jake's
know.
mama at a
I thought she
concert.
was the origin of a golf ball through a garden hose.
That hey man, look, it could all be her. It could all be her. These bitches be trying to suck peanut butter out of a straw now. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to live. They just trying to be out here for the living legend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've not tried it myself because if this bitch really was out here, sucking angry penises, I'm gonna get stuck in Connecticut, and I don't like the snow. I don't like. I'm gonna have to start working at the company, see Jake every day. Then me and Brother Quarter gonna be fighting on Saturday nights over who get the mouth and who get the pussy and who get the butt. And then Blokey might be in there, just tag teaming that bitch
Yo,
as you.
Loki, see,
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a goddamn train. And motherfuckers gotta and then his dad's gotta be the conductor and try to organize this shit because there's like, man,
wait,
eight
wait, wait,
niggas
wait, wait,
outside
wait.
the room.
If there's so much black history with Jake's mama,
Yeah.
is she familiar with Diddy parties or the Cosby cocktails? Like,
Once again,
is
the
she
bitch is a living
impressed?
legend. She probably could have started him. He
Oh,
probably could have started. Remember, he won't
I was
always
just gonna
Diddy.
say, what makes you think she doesn't have all these supplies on hand? Like she hits like a switch, and like there's like a dense wall that just like opens up, and she looks at the young gentleman and be like, "What's your weapon of pleasure?"
Yeah, she probably got a sex dungeon. The fuck if I know, man. These white people are crazy.
what's her bat cave called?
I don't know. Probably just a cave, nigga. That's probably where that shit started too, nigga. I don't know where all this bitch been fucking for long. As far as I know, man, shit. DC Comics, Dark Cave. Some nigga fell in that shit back in the day when Jake's mama was young and created a whole comic book, party. It's probably the same nigga was hitting it from the back and he was like, "This is marvelous." Marvel, Stan Lee done hit that shit probably one time, nigga. I don't fucking know.
Well, he did
Uh,
create Spider-Man, the blackest superhero.
the blackest superhero ever, man. Because Jake's dad probably came on this probably early season. He didn't know she was hoeing like that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Now he's a full blown cuck. He just be cooking them niggas steaks. He's like, "God damn, I thought it was only 8 niggas coming over tonight. I think I seen 10 go up there. I gotta go back to
Wait,
Costco."
is Jake's dad actually Jake's dad or is Jake black?
There's no way Jake's black. He's got a small dick.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
he's
if
full.
she's
That's fully.
been trained by a bunch of fucking black guys, you'd think
We all
something.
know. We all know she probably froze her eggs, and Jake is a test tube baby. So I mean, you gotta know that. I mean, nobody's coming back over there besides Brother Quarter, and he ain't got no money to take care of no baby. And Jake would be like more melanated. He's pale as fuck.
That's true.
That nigga don't get no sun.
Well,
I mean, the only thing
segueing,
black about him is his laziness.
that's true. Segueing to the final subject I want to bring up here on the tripod. John Cena made a major announcement at Backlash
Oh,
that there's
Jesus
going
Christ.
to be a John Cena Classic tournament
Yep.
in which entails NXT talent taking on current main roster talent. My question to you gentlemen is, since recently NXT has been poached of all their great talent,
Sure.
and only recently has there been an addition of Evil and Will Cruz and some evolved talent. Are
And
we
that fat nigga.
really anticipating a great pay-per-view card with this talent versus that talent where NXT, who else do they got? Who else do they got? They got fucking Lexus King and fucking Tony D. Like, we're gonna get banger matches with Tony D and a current
That
main
deaf
roster
nigga is gonna
talent.
get some matches.
Yeah,
Miles Bourne,
Miles Bourne. Like, are you
he
really
gonna get some matches.
anticipating this tournament when NXT's talent, shall I say, is has been depleted? Like, what are the possibilities we can anticipate here?
For the men's side, not that much. I mean, unless it's like Tony D. I mean, Tony D can have decent matches. It won't be like too horrible. Um, oh no, what's that one nigga that got injured and just came back? He had a tag match
Oh,
the other
Noam
day.
Dar.
No, not that nigga. The white guy who does all the flippy dippy. God, I can't think of his name. I'd have to think of his name. That boy good. He
Hmm.
was from Evolve. I can't remember his name, but if you saw him, you'd know who I'm talking about.
Not
Um,
Jackson Drake, right?
no, he's one of the pretty boys, right? Jackson
No,
Drake.
Jackson Drake is fuck. I don't know, but you
I
get
wait. Who was the guy? Remember the pretty boys jumped somebody in the back and he couldn't come out, and then the guy I'm thinking of came out in a tag match, and then they ended up. No, it wasn't the pretty boys. It was uh second generation niggas. They jumped somebody in the back because they were having a tag. Stacks and the other guy was having a tag match, and then the guy I'm thinking of, he came out. I want to. It sounds like Evan Bourne or something, but that's not his name.
Okay, I'm gonna list the men's division here. There's Brad Baylor, Bronco Nima, Stax, Charlie Dempsey, Cutler James, Dion Lennox, E.K. Prosper, Elio LaFleur, Hank Walker, Jackson Drake, Jasper Troy, Josh Briggs, Cale Dixon, Cam Hendricks, Keanu Carver, Lexus King, Lucian Price, Mason Rook, Miles Bourne, Naraku, Nico Vance, Noam Dar, Osiris Griffin, Ricky Smokes, Saquon Sugars, Sean Legacy, Sean
Sean
Spann,
Legacy.
Shiloh Hill, Tank Ledger, and Tate Wilder.
Sean Legacy. That nigga can wrestle. So when he is on that shit, if they get him on that shit, there we go. That boy can wrestle.
We also have Tristan Angels, Tony D, Uriah Connors, and Tavion Heights. Yeah,
Tavion's all
this
right.
is this is not really a good deep fucking roster here.
No, but Sean
Mm.
Legacy is cooking.
Women, it looks a lot better. We got
Of
Adriana
course.
Rizzo is still employed.
Yeah, she's
Uh,
on Instagram a lot right now.
Yeah, she
Ari
blew out her knee. She blew her
Yeah.
knee out.
Ariana Grace, Izzy Dame, Jada Parker, Kelly Armstrong, Carmen Petrovic, Kalani Jordan, Kendall Gray, Lizzie Rain, Lola Vice, Nikita Lyons, Skylar Ray, Tatum Paxley, Thea Hale, Wendy Chu, Ren Sinclair, and Zaria.
Yeah, the women are gonna have banger matches against the main card chicks, especially like Lizzie Rain. Karma Bet, I think Karma's been on Evolve because that's where Nikita went for a while.
Okay.
And then now they're putting Nikita back on
I do like the
NXT.
cut of Callie Armstrong's because she's got the attitude. Her finisher
Was that
looks
was that the black bitch that fought Jada Parker?
yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah,
she's got the move set.
yeah,
Her finisher you can do on anybody. She's
yeah,
got the charisma, she's got the attitude, so I like the potential in Callie
yeah. I
Armstrong.
like Callie Armstrong too.
Jada
She,
Parker, I guess, is gonna who came up to her and was talking shit was remember someone came up to her and was like, you ain't nothing or something.
yeah, yeah,
I forgot who it was, but yeah, Kaylani, she's coming up, she's
yeah.
good.
Kaylani's solid.
Kendall
Um,
Gray, of course, can have a good match with everybody.
Kendall Gray can go in the ring. Is it that new chick with the fucking step up?
That's Lizzie
Uh,
Rain. Lizzie
yeah,
Rain.
Lizzie Rain, fucking go. She's off the indies.
Yeah.
Um, I think only in the men, the guys off the indies are going to be the guys who do well. So like Legacy, Evil. Who's that fat guy that keeps moonsaulting Tony D week after week?
Was
That's
that
Will
Mason?
Cruz.
Will
Will
Cruz, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mason Rook, sorry.
Mason Rook, yeah, yeah. I feel like he'll be good.
Well, he's endorsed by Cena himself.
Yeah, yeah. So I think he's fine. Those three guys I think can go, and they'll probably like feed somebody to Tony D. They'll probably feed like fucking Kit Wilson to Tony D or some
If
bullshit.
they don't want to completely ruin the current day NXT product, they'll have all the NXT guys just fucking go over. But apparently, wins and losses don't matter because the
Yeah,
fans get to vote regardless who should be the new John Cena champion or some shit. So,
yeah. Like, I have a feeling this shit is gonna be like some club WWE bullshit. Like you can't vote unless you're club WWE. So once again, another fucking money grab. Um, and then they can still literally pick whoever they want. You might just be able to vote for them, and then they might just make up the numbers at the end. They might not show you the numbers, like when you
well, what defeats the purpose of the whole tournament is losers who it doesn't matter who wins. It's like, okay, you lost the match. Here's a participation trophy. It just
So
seems
when
kind
I
of
heard it
pointless.
at first, I was like, this can be cool. Because how many times have we discussed pay-per-views and said the wrong person won or the loser had a better performance? How
Yeah.
many times have we said that? I don't feel like it's gonna go that way for this. I feel like they're just gonna push whoever they want to push. Trying to say like the fans get to pick is not gonna get over because they're not gonna do that. They're gonna pick who they want to pick. But that concept though of somebody losing can lose better than the person winning or having a better match. I mean, selling better, putting on moves better, having a better flow, chaining moves together better. I feel like that's a cool concept because I feel like we've all said it like plenty of times with watching matches. Like man, like that was still a good match, but it would have been better if those guys would have won or that girl should have won.
So the best example of what you're explaining right now, the best example by far, Cruiserweight Classic, Ibushi versus Cedric Alexander.
Yeah,
That, in my
yeah,
opinion, Cedric Alexander's
and,
greatest match, and he lost that match.
yeah,
That was when I became an instant fan of both of those gentlemen.
yeah,
Yeah, I've always said those two fuckers should have been in the final because this just knocked my socks off.
yeah, yeah, because that should have been a finals match. Um, and hell, Triple H had to come out and fucking be like, "No, no, nigga, we signing this, bro." Like, nah, he getting a contract. Um, that's how I feel. Sometimes the releases, I get it, it's a lot, but let's really be honest. If I bet if Twitter would have exploded, which it kind of did for the wrestlers, but not the fans. Like the fans all complained online, but then if you notice all the main people who they steal content for some of the promos, they were getting their Twitter page, they were getting their TikTok pages like TKO was striking them. I feel like if we'd have saw more of like people who are internet content creators talking about New Day more and not getting strike down, and people would have tweeted it like they did for Truth, I guarantee you New Day would have been back in like 2 weeks.
Well, they tried with Kyrie Sane, but that
Yeah,
didn't
but I
didn't
think she
really
wanted to go
catch
home too. Like I think it's like the last time she's like, remember the last time she left, and they did the same thing for her, but she was like, I gotta go home. Like I miss my husband, I miss my family, I miss.
Well, realistically, if you think about it, she could never cut a promo. She botched a
Yeah,
lot during her matches. She was basically Asuka's whipping girl. I mean, she's a sweetheart and everybody loved
yeah.
her, I'm guessing, backstage, but
But like
she
her
didn't
NXT
bring
days,
that much
her
to the
her
table.
Continental Classic days, and her NXT days, that's when she
No,
was
she
hit.
was fire. Yeah, she was fire back then. But
I mean,
I
like her
don't,
matches with Shayna Blazer was fucking missile
I just don't think she brings much to the table today.
table, yeah, which is fair,
Yeah. I
which
mean, if
is
it
fair.
was the Kabuki Warriors, like all three of them, then yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
her by herself,
yeah. And
Well,
then
I think the big thing was that they gave a lot of TV time for that storyline with her and Asuka
uh-huh.
and Io, but we never got a payout for
We ne-
Kyrie on it. Like she got
nope.
canned, and then now I don't know if they are or they're going to like basically kind of just write it off as like, oh, she got Asuka attacked her and she's like done or I mean, but I think that was the big thing about the whole Kyrie thing. I mean, she like you guys said her best days were in NXT and the Continental Classic. That was all that stuff. That was her best days, right? I mean, on the main roster, you had to have her in tag matches to have her just do situational moves and spots.
Mhm.
I remember
Yeah,
she got shit because the fans threw her under the bus for injuring Liv Morgan. Remember that?
yeah,
Injuring her
dude.
shoulder. Like they
Yep.
hated fucking Kyrie then, but now all of a
Mhm.
sudden they're on her fucking bandwagon.
I don't. I think sometimes the fan. Well, I mean, they all say it. The fans are people who pay their hard-earned money. Nobody wants to see nobody get fired.
No.
Like like I mean, hell, even if you're like just mid at your job or mediocre at your job, nobody wants to see that motherfucker. I mean, you got to be horrible at your job for like people there to be like, why is this nigga still employed, bro? Why, like, who the fuck keeps this motherfucker on the payroll? He's bringing us all down. I got to talk to the boss. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants nobody to be out here in poverty and shit. The world's fucked up as it is, and shit's getting expensive. Um, but so I think that's where like sometimes they're like, yeah, we can boo her because and we can be mad because she's on payroll. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But like just to get fired for no reason, just because you firing niggas to like put more money in your pocket, like, come on, bro. That shit ain't that serious.
Well, especially after you hear like Nick Khan and like some of these higher ups get like huge jump in pays, and yet you've got a list of people that are getting cut. It's like are getting released. Like so you're sacrificing them so that way Nick Khan could make like 200% more money this year than what he did last year. It's like why
That's
like
just the that's
what
just the business. That's just the business and how it is, bro. That's the business way. I mean, how many times have you gone into a place And you're like, man, yo, 5 minutes ago, I mean, 5 years ago, they'd have had 50 motherfuckers working in here. Now they got 20, but they ain't raised the pay, but the work still got to get done.
Well, I think you and I see that, Cesar, working
Yeah.
in retail. Like you see
Hmm.
it like there's like one week they're cutting your hours, and then like then that next week they're like, oh, we gotta have. Can you come and work overtime? Can you stay late? All that stuff. It's like, motherfucker, you wanted me to cut my hours like
Yeah.
last week, and now you want me to work extra for you?
Yeah. You
Even
sent me
this
home
shit out.
early. I could have been did this shit last week. But like,
Well,
yeah,
Stick
man, it's crazy.
Sticks, what do you think about the John Cena Classic? Do you have an opinion on what's about to happen?
I bet the belt
I
looks ugly.
mean, I mean, like Caesar. Actually, when Caesar and you guys were just talking about how like we always talk about how like somebody looks good in a loss or they shine like they were just this close. Like I could kind of see WWE if they hammer that point home, having like the person they want to push take L's, but look good in the L's and hope. And I mean, like Cesar said, you're never gonna know the actual numbers for people that vote. They're always gonna fudge that. They're always gonna push that. So you can have it so that somebody is just taking L's and L's, but looks coming out look like $1 million, and then say that the fans push them even though they were losing all the way to like a champion, like the championship match spot, and then have that be that person's first W in the classic. And I don't know. I hope they don't do it that way. I mean, I just I don't like how they a lot of these companies and AEW has been famous for this of doing tournaments indoor, just coming up with these championship belts or these titles just to have it be another title that you can put on TV or on a pay per view.
That's what I said at work. That's what I said to my guy at work. I was like, TKO is fucking AEW in this shit, just having titles to have
Yeah,
titles.
because the UFC did it with like the BMF championship. Like they,
Yeah,
they had
yeah,
like some, and it's
yes.
just like, let's not have a title just to have a title. That way, if you have like a pay per view that either you don't want any of your major guys wrestling on, so we're gonna throw this, or like a Saturday night's main event, like oh we don't want our heavyweight champion or our undisputed champion, so we'll put like the John Cena Classic champion on it. You've got an Intercontinental champion, men and women, a United States champion, men and women. Put that on a card. Have that be like your main event championship on TV or on a Saturday night's main event, or hell, even have the IC title be a main event. Like get back to doing that if you want to not have your main roster main champion wrestle that night.
You know what proves your guy's point even more? The crown jewel fucking championship.
That just stays there.
Jeez. They
That
got
just
rings, they got belts. Like, fuck it. Let's just empty the Brinks truck, buy all the titles. Fuck it.
and what's the funny story that Cody and Liv both have titles back now, so they get to actually defend their titles at Crown Jewel. Like that's fucking crazy. I want that title to be halfway won by somebody new every year. I don't want somebody defending it. Like, ain't nothing wrong with Liv because she
It's
had a
the
great
new it's
story.
like the new bragging rights title where they have
Yeah,
Raw versus SmackDown.
SmackDown. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
what they
definitely
do.
like that. But Cody don't need to defend that title no more. You know, Cody. And but see, this is what happens though. Like when somebody has a long reign and then they lose it or whatever, like yeah, where do they go? But that's because you don't have that many guys that can hold a title. When it was, Attitude Era and you had like seven niggas that were all fucking heavyweight champions, you could have them do other shit. You could have them fight each other. You know what I'm saying? When you got a Triple H, a Stone Cold, a Rock, a Shawn Michaels, a Undertaker, a Kurt Angle, then I'm sure I'm forgetting
Kane.
probably two Kane. Yeah. See, when you have like all those people, shit, building up a Randy Orton, a Batista, uh, Eddie Guerrero, JBL. Goddamn, yeah. See, when you have all those people, like let's say I just named 12 people, now you can have 6 and 6 guys who would make sense if they got into a feud with whoever was the IC title. If you really want to give that title a run and build up some people to get to that title, because now they have to defeat a former world champion to get that title. So it makes sense they'd have a run and they can still keep fighting the guys down there. But you had those guys that if somebody got hurt, could step in and fill the role, and you wouldn't be mad at that would be the heavyweight championship. And now you have like what, like three guys per show, maybe.
You know what's discouraging the more and more we watch WWE is that it is becoming more and more like AEW with the more and more championships.
Hmm.
It's like they say on the SRAP, what was it like? Oops. They like the Captain Crunch. Oops, all championships.
Yeah, yeah,
Oops,
yeah.
all crunch berries like this. All right, that's enough with the championships. It becomes so diluted. But that being said,
It would only be it would only make sense if they had an all champion show. But then
well, they
you
have
would
Night of
have
Champions,
that, yeah, but like but they've been having only 5 matches per fucking pay-per-view. But they
five
give you
five
20
minute
minutes.
matches,
Yeah, but no, but they give them like look at it. Everybody got like a 20-minute match on fucking Saturday.
backlash. Yeah.
But everybody in Mania had a 10-minute match except for like 4 matches. Fuck that. I want Mania to be long. If you gonna put that shit on at 6, nigga, I want to be sitting there till 11 both nights. I want 20-minute matches for everybody. This is fucking Mania.
Asking a black man a question. Caesar,
Yeah.
if slavery never existed in the USA, would the
Hmm.
N-word have any weight behind it at all?
No, it wouldn't exist.
Well, the word existed, but I mean, it wouldn't have as much weight.
No, the word
Right.
only existed because of slavery, because they called niggas niggas because they took them over here.
No,
But
the
if slave,
definition of the word just means stupid. So
yeah,
the
sure,
word always existed,
but the
but
word was created during slavery. If slavery never existed, they would probably call us something else.
well, there'd probably be way less black people in America for one thing.
They'd probably be way less black people in America.
So the
Uh,
N-word would have zero weight at all.
yeah, I don't think rap. I don't think rap. Well, rap could
No
probably
hip
still
hop?
exist. Rap could probably still exist, maybe.
It would just be the Will Smith version.
Yeah, I think it would probably be more cleaner.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. Is I could be wrong on this. Mangria is basically saying that without slave, that we needed slavery to have more black people in
Yes.
the United
Yeah,
States. So he's
yeah,
kind of saying that slavery was kind of a good thing to have happen.
Okay, y'all.
yeah. But like racism, I don't know if racism in America would exist with less black people in it. Like it would, because I mean that was the catalyst as well. But I mean, shit, you get these old niggas like Trumpito, and then racism is back up. Hell, gas is up, racism up. Bitches gonna start fucking for gas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, man. It's just the world's crazy. Like if there was no, because the Dutch invented slavery, so that means the Dutch wouldn't be where they were. Fuck, I forgot about them. Because the Dutch actually invented slavery, and then of course, like America, we just take some European idea and try to make it better on a grander scale. Uh, that's why they're called, French fries. But we stole them shits from them niggas. But I mean, now if you look at French fries, everybody wants potatoes from Idaho because those are the best potatoes to make French fries with.
You know what?
Even
They're
though,
freedom fries to me.
yeah, shut your dumb ass up. This is actually a good. If slavery exists, would the N word hold power? Well, you see, it definitely wouldn't be. It definitely wouldn't be nigga because people just heard the other word, and then as black people, we just made it sound cooler, and then just rolled with it. So I don't think it would exist. I really don't.
And that's why we ask
Yeah,
a black man.
yeah, you might have to put that on Twitter and on the book or something.
It's gonna be the title of my autobiography. All right,
Yeah.
gentlemen, thank you for joining me. It's been way too long. We'll try to do
Damn,
this
the
more
cookout
often.
wouldn't exist either. Damn. There's a lot of shit that wouldn't exist, man.
Di-
Maybe
Dice,
Hennessy.
Dice would go hungry.
Dice would go hungry. Well, no, no, the French still made cognac, so we would still have Hennessy, but I don't know if niggas would like it. Might just be a French thing.
Well, see, that's why the tripod exists, folks.
Yeah.
We want to make you go, hmm.
Mm.
But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we do what we do best here on the tripod, and we give that big ups to Stallion Pete.